So the topic for this afternoon will be for our seniors. Now, these are the people who are our parents, who are our grandparents, and most of the patients right now have already reached the age of 60 because of the proliferation of new medications and better diagnostics, wherein early diagnosis of disease results in better treatment and therefore longer lifespan. So what I thought is to discuss what are some of the foods to avoid if you're already a senior. We know that removing unhealthy foods from their diets is actually one of the many ways in which seniors can maintain their health and enjoy a high quality of life. Let's watch this. The number one on the list that I will definitely ask my seniors to avoid are the raw seafoods. Raw seafoods basically may be filled with vitamins and minerals, but they can also contain anytime bacteria. We know mussels or the talaba that we like to eat, we call talaba in the Filipino language, can put seniors at risk of food poisoning, resulting in vomiting and diarrhea, therefore putting our seniors at risk of severe dehydration. I would advise that seniors should avoid raw seafoods and instead opt for cooked options such as cooked salmon or tilapia, as they are almost as nutritious as raw seafood, with as much lower risk of food poisoning when the food is grilled, baked, or smoked. Aside from raw seafood, alcohol should be avoided. In fact, a new study has shown that even half a bottle of beer can cause changes in the brain, causing early dementia. Especially as one ages, alcohol has been shown to affect you differently, like disrupting sleep and raising your blood pressure. Remember, for my patients with diabetes and medications, alcohol can also cause hypoglycemia or rapid lowering of your blood glucose, as it affects the way medicines work. So be very careful if you are on maintenance medications and you drink alcohol on a daily basis. The third is the dairy products. We know we love our patients to be on high calcium diet, specifically to protect their bones against osteoporosis and fractures. However, as one ages, one may have trouble digesting milk or dairy products and results in upset stomach. However, this is not true to all. But if it happens to you, then I would therefore recommend that you choose instead other dairy products that are better tolerated, like the non-fat plain yogurt and low-fat cheeses, and even lactose-free dairy products. One thing that I really like to take during my mid-morning or mid-afternoon break or snacks would be coffee. Now, coffee, unfortunately, is caffeine, and caffeine can increase heart rate and cause sleeping problems among our already insomniac elderly patients. And likewise, it has been shown to worsen anxiety for some, making people feel jittery. So this feeling actually of being anxious or jittery because of caffeine is not good for seniors, especially if they are alone in their houses. So my advice, therefore, if you are a coffee drinker, try to cut back. Be sure to taper it slowly. Otherwise, if you're a coffee lover, then try to replace it with decaf. Decaffeinated coffee is a good option as a substitute for caffeinated drinks. Still enjoy the aroma of coffee. One of the major issues that we have now with regard to food in terms of meat products is the rising cases of malignancies or cancer. Now, if you are a fan of the healthiest cuts of meat, such as lean steak, then as a senior, it can be a problem as they can be most difficult to chew. Not only that, red meat has been shown to be unhealthy for most seniors, based on a study of nearly 150,000 seniors that showed that those who ate large amounts of red meat had the highest risk of colorectal cancer. The study likewise revealed that those who ate primarily white meat, like fish and poultry, actually lowered the risk. Therefore, for a healthier source of protein, go for white meat like fish or chicken breast, or simply other sources like tofu. By the way, wait for my other video in the future wherein I'll be discussing with you how beneficial is tofu would be in terms of a very rich source of protein for seniors specifically. And of course, I would definitely advise you to avoid processed foods, mainly for the salt that these foods contain. We know that too much sodium can also cause a rise in your blood pressure and put the seniors, therefore, at risk of stroke and heart attack. Now, the main culprit here are the processed foods, such as the frozen and the yummy snack foods, and of course, the processed canned meats that we love to eat specifically for breakfast. My advice is please try to read the labels carefully and look for sodium-free, low salt, or no salt alternatives. Again, just like raw seafoods, but this is of a different story, we also try to avoid raw vegetables, not for us, but for the seniors, not because they are not healthy, but basically more so because of their sensitive and already decayed or missing teeth. So I suggest that the firmness of raw vegetables can actually be given an alternative that instead to cook the vegetables until they are softer, or even use pureed vegetables such as carrots or pumpkins in soups or stews. One major food that I would strongly avoid our seniors to take is the grapefruit. This is one food that even if I'm not a senior yet, I really don't like it because of its taste. But there are those that I know really loves grapefruit. Now, we have to remember that this is one kind of food, the grapefruit, that can affect and interact with your medications. For example, if you take medications for blood pressure, anxiety, or insomnia, grapefruit can actually interact with your drugs. So if you're after the vitamin C, that's why you are taking grapefruit, then instead enjoy other citrus foods like oranges or lime. So I hope those are the list of what I say most important foods that all seniors should avoid. We know that seniors need to be very careful in the foods that they consume on a daily basis. It is very important that to best meet your nutritional needs, one should eat in general foods that are rich in fiber, vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients, and limit foods mentioned above, and anything in general that are high in processed sugars, saturated and trans fats, and of course, salt. I hope this video has helped some of my seniors, specifically those who are subscribers of my YouTube channel. Again, this is Dr. Jerry Tan. See you again soon.